But what I hate to see is these people who are saying that, oh, when you're born attractive, life is handed to you. Like, no, like most attractive people still have to bust and grind just like your average folk does. So we have a TikTok right here. Let's play it. I think everyone has seen this by now.
Homo, but bro handsome. Bro really could like model us some shit, like for real. No homosexual. Bro like bro could be on some GQ shit, like for real, like bro look like a baby Jesus, bro.
He really does.
Nigga playing, bro. Nigga got all the potential, bro. You know
yep.
Non-homosexual, but bro handsome, bro. Like bro can do anything he put his mind to, bro.
All right, so the reason why I show that video is because you know, it goes back to my previous video that I posted like almost like a couple months ago, where I basically said that, you know, being attractive, just because you're attractive doesn't mean that your life is handed to you, right? I think that's kind of a misconception, that if you're attractive that your whole life will be handed to you. Guys, I mean, that guy truly was handsome. Do you know how hard it is to be that level of handsome, despite the fact that he was literally homeless? Like, you could literally tell he still looked good, bro. Okay, there's like so many people who are handsome and they don't even know it, right? Like, because they're too poor to like show off their looks, to like prep their looks properly, etc., and you know, they just look dirty, but in reality they're like a very handsome person, right? That guy, despite all of that, he still looked handsome. His eye area was perfect, his skin tone was perfect. I mean, truly, like, he's truly like a shiny Pokemon. That is really attractive. Like, that it's once in a 100 million type of attractiveness that guy has. Like, it is really hard to stay looking attractive without prepping yourself. For most people, really and truly. But despite that, right, guess what? He's homeless, right? This guy is a literal genetic miracle, but he's literally homeless, right? You know, I have so many people on my comments saying that, oh, that's not true. When you're attractive, your life is handed to you, or oh, pretty privilege is real, and blah, you know, blah 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 blah. Yeah, and this is why I made the videos that I did, because a lot of people really do need to understand that just because you look a certain type of way doesn't always mean that your life is handed to you. Like, it doesn't save you from the fact that you need to pay bills. It doesn't save you from the fact that you might have a completely dysfunctional family, right? Abusive family, or anything like that. Quite frankly speaking, it doesn't save you if you're born in a horribly bad country like Pakistan, Afghanistan, or some Middle Eastern country. Not all Middle Eastern countries are like awful, but some of them are. And there's a lot of like really attractive people who are born in these places, and you know, they'll never be able to show off their looks, right? Because unfortunately for them, they were born in these places. I literally saw a TikTok the other day of some guy. He was either Pakistani or Afghani or something like that, and he was genuinely like really attractive. But you know, bro didn't care. Bro was too busy. He was, I think he was like gathering like food or something along those lines. But the point is, bro was not using his looks. Bro was literally just trying to survive, right? It's like, dude, you know, I go on social media, I go on these videos on YouTube, I see all these black pill YouTubers who love to say that, oh, when you're attractive, everything is handed to you. Oh, it's easier And there is some truth to that. And honestly speaking, there's like tier levels of that, right? There's like tier levels of that, really and truly, because it depends on how attractive you are. And honestly, that's very subjective. That can be very subjective. It's not really black and white like people make it seem. And I got an example of this will be Richard Ramirez, right? Richard Ramirez, everyone knows who Richard Ramirez is. He was this very, very attractive serial killer. Despite the fact that he was arguably like really top tier. I mean, he also was a genetic miracle. Okay, like despite the fact that he was in jail, he didn't have time to prep himself, didn't really have time to prep his looks when he was in prison, didn't have good teeth, he still was really looking better than 90% of men, right? And again, that type of attractiveness is really hard to come by, right? Like even for me, I still need to like prep myself. If I don't prep myself, then I'm gonna look terrible, right? Although I could say that I'm kind of on that, because I did mention how I have 2 missing teeth, 2 missing molars on the top of my mouth. And when you have missing teeth in your mouth, it gives you a more sunken look. Partially why my face kind of has this roundish look, sort of. But despite the fact that I had 2 missing upper molars, and when you are missing teeth, you lose bone mass, and bone mass is responsible for the look of your face and whatnot, I still managed to have that, you know, sort of look. Like I still managed to be better looking than most average dudes. Like I'm like high tier normie, maybe chatlet, depending. It depends on the day, to be honest with you, because it was just Christmas like what, 2 days ago, 3 days ago. I ate a whole bunch of sugary stuff, drank a whole bunch of sugary stuff, so my face is still kind of bloated right now. But my whole point is, you know, still like, even just because you look good doesn't mean your life is going to be handed to you. Like most attractive people, they're literally struggling. I mean, don't get me wrong, like it all boils down to luck, bro. I can't really lie, because you know, let's take IQ for example, right? You could be an attractive person, but if you don't have a good IQ, bro, you're not saying anything. You're not saying anything, because when you have a high IQ, your life is actually more set than looking good. Okay, IQ is literally genetics. IQ is literally genetics, bro. Just like how looks are kind of genetics, IQ is more genetics than looks. So you cannot control your IQ pretty much. Well, you can lower your IQ, but you cannot raise your IQ. IQ is genetics, right? I would literally sit here and say, if you have a high IQ, your life is way more set than if you have a low IQ and you are born good looking. Because of a high IQ, you are bound to get a good paying job. You are bound to be better than 99% of the population if you have a high IQ. That's like, statistically speaking and objectively speaking, like it will be so hard for you to have your whole life ruined if you have a high IQ. Like that's a very hard, like, because you are just so smart that you will be able to just do things that most people can't do, right? Which completely contradicts the black pill logic, really and truly, that if you're attractive, you are more likely to get better jobs and you are more likely to become like CEOs and whatnot. Guys, there is I forgot what statistic this showed, but it literally showed that CEOs in the United States anyways, they have an average IQ of like 120, 150, 120, something along those lines, right? And it's like, it makes sense. It does make sense, really and truly. I mean, you know, even though I'm not at my peak right now, I still have a lot of work to do. I'm still above the average person, really and truly. It's like my life isn't like sunshine and rainbows. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and completely lie. Like, yes, I've had some privileges handed to me. Maybe in like some settings, I guess the most privilege I've had from my looks was, maybe it's just easier to get a job if I'm interviewed by a female manager. Is usually much more easier. They usually just give me more benefit of the doubt, I guess, maybe. But that can only take you so far. If you don't have the mental capabilities to actually go and do a job, your looks can only take you far, right? And that's basically the whole point. It's basically just like, bro, like, attractive people are just average people too, really and truly. Like, the whole attractiveness thing is literally just there for, I don't want to say the word, but let's just say like reproductive purposes, right? It's just there for, you know, like bang bang. It's just there for bang bang. It's just there for attracting people, nothing else, right? Really and truly, people, we've all seen dumb attractive people, right? Like, we've seen dumb attractive people, how they are, and that should be able to tell you everything that you need to know. Now, you might be looking at me and you might be thinking, oh, but what about models? Attractive people can become models. One, not all attractive people can become models. That's not true. Two, even if for the ones that do become models, it's kind of saturated. Right? You have all these other attractive people or people with unique faces who are also trying to model and whatnot as well. So it's still not sunshine and rainbows. If you actually look at the reality of the model industry, you're not really getting paid much. You're not really gonna, the average person who is a model, they don't do as much shows as you think. They're still competing with other attractive people, you know. So when you really and truly think about it like that, people who are benefiting off their looks are a slim minority, are literally a slim minority. Like, but you might be saying, oh, but those other people who, I mean, they're still models though. They get paid for just looking good. Until you realize that most models only get a couple of shoots per year. Like, you can literally make more doing a regular job than being a model in many cases. Yeah, seriously. So I wouldn't even consider that a privilege, because it's really not. Again, you need to be like extraordinarily attractive, which is the minority of people. But the whole, and there's always going to be exceptions to the rule. That's life, right? Like, there's always an exception to the rule. There's always a minority of people who break the rules. That's how everything works. But what I hate to see is these people who are saying that, oh, when you're born attractive, life is handed to you. Like, no, like, most attractive people still have to bust and grind just like your average folk does. Like, and just like I said in my previous videos, like, they're attractive that can actually hamper them. It can actually hamper them if they're not able to benefit off of their attractiveness and they're in a regular setting with regular people. Because, you know, I already talked about that there. Go watch that video, right? But like you see with that homeless dude who literally has a god tier genetics, he's still homeless. He's still homeless. That dude looks done with life. Even the guy said it in the video. He looks completely done with life, bro. I mean, and he has God-sent genetics, man. But yet we have like people who are born with below average looks, who are born with IQs of 130, 120, becoming engineers, right? Becoming doctors, right? You know, it's like, oh, they might not look good, but it's like at least they're making money. They're making money, so they're that's the thing, bro. It's like they're making money. So if they truly wanted to, they can honestly just go get surgery, fix whatever the heck's wrong with their face, right? They have the power to do whatever the hell they want with their life or their face, quite frankly speaking, if they're truly like really that unattractive, right? If they want to, of course. But if you're an attractive person and you're not extraordinarily attractive, you're just attractive, you know, it's like you're kind of in the same boat as everybody, unless you get lucky and you just got a good spawn point location. I don't know, where you can maybe just find a chick that could be your sugar mama. That's possible. That's possible, but very rare. Like, come on, let's be real. There's this one time, I'm an old job, there's this lady, she was like in her 40s, maybe 50s, I don't know, and I was kind of flirting with her, but she was kind of flirting with me back. But then I got fired, and I was like, ah, damn, I could have had a potential sugar mama there. You know, and it's like, ah, damn. Oh well. That's unfortunate. But it is what it is. It's like that's very rare, dude. So, you know, like your average person, like most attractive people still have to go grind, go to college, find some skill jobs. They can't just wake up and look pretty. Like, again, looks can only take you so far. You know, your life isn't just handed to you just because you look good. I'm so sick and tired of people saying that. Like, no. Also, attractive people tend to be, especially attractive men, I should say, attractive men tend to be very lonely. That's a whole different video in on itself. Yeah, it's not sunshine and rainbows. Like me, I stopped posting videos on this channel because I'm literally working at my job 40 hours a week, trying to get money because I'm broke as hell, you know, working like your average person, despite the fact that I have above average looks. And you might be asking yourself, didn't you make a video saying attractive people can't work 9-to-5 jobs? I did. And if you're wondering, do my looks affect my current job? It does, but I'm not really going to talk about that here. Probably going to talk about it in a different video, but trust me, it is. Yeah, man, I haven't posted in like 20 days, man. Like I said, I have plenty of video ideas coming. I was too busy celebrating Christmas, eating all that junk food, and grinding my other channel, working like 40 hours a week. Yeah, man, I've been busy. All right, I'm out. Make sure you subscribe and like the video so that my stuff stays on the algorithm. It is like 1:34. I'm kind of tired, which is also why my face looks bloated as hell. I can't even lie to you. But I'm out of here, man. Have a happy new year.